Hello everyone, it is Jayden and welcome to The Alpha, the show where we talk about the hottest topics in pop culture and sports. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button on the video, and if you enjoy my commentary and myself truly as always, be sure to tap that subscribe button and to hit that notification bell to get notified when all my videos go live. I love you guys so much. Peace, love, and positivity always, y'all. See ya. Moving on to something different. So, I don't really talk about when I talk about pop culture stuff, I really talk about just superheroes, and the Hollywood world and, entertainment, movie and entertainment. That's me. That's my type of thing. But I don't really talk about this type of entertainment, and I've been very wanting to talk about it. The Super Bowl halftime show. Normally the show that has a lot of mixed reviews. You got a lot of people that love it. You got a lot of people that hate it. And I can definitively say, for the first time in a while, I really think everybody was mostly one-sided. 70% one-sided. I know you got a lot of fans of Kendrick Lamar that would have loved that, and they were the ones who really loved it. But the general audience, the one who you make NFL, the one who you make the entertainment for, we still tune in to watch, but still, you got some people. I know a lot of people where I'm from, specifically. They don't know nothing about football. Yes, I'm about to piss a lot of people off with my comment, but it's the truth. You got people who has not watched a football game all year. Don't know neither of the teams is playing. You can't name 3 players on one team. Yes, I am talking about my loved one myself, my girlfriend. She couldn't. We talked about this after leaving church yesterday going to the game. I was like, honey, do you even know 3 players on the Philadelphia Eagles? She knew Jason Kelce just because of TikTok and Jalen Hurts. That lets you know you have an audience that you had to cater to that actually tune in to watch the Super Bowl as well. And it's the people who love to just watch the halftime show because that's the culture you bring. You like the halftime shows, you like the commercials, and that's the audience that's the other side of the audience you're trying to bring in to watch the Super Bowl. Smart marketing. But it's got to be the worst marketing that you've done this year because Kendrick Lamar was not it. I'm sorry. They not like us. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, it was a great song, TikTok, Dun, 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 dun. They not like us. They not like us. We get it. We get it. But that halftime show was trash. You cannot tell me otherwise. I'm going to be honest with you. My mom and dad, they don't know much about Kendrick Lamar. And this is what, let's just dial it back a little bit. If you didn't understand the Drake-Kendrick Lamar beef, nobody knew what was going on in the Super Bowl halftime show. Unless you're one of the meatheads like me on Twitter keeping up with this crap since, when did this beef start? Like back in June, July, and May? I mean, the general audience they don't understand what was going on. There was plenty of clips that I saw on Twitter last night at the Super Bowl. Nobody was rocking with what he was singing. You couldn't even hear what he was saying. At one point, I was like, what is he singing? I don't know this song. The only songs I knew were obviously Humble. I think he done DNA, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, They Not Like Us, and he done that one song where he's like, Mustard! Other than that, I don't know none of them songs. I mean, he didn't even sing a classic in swimming pools. I actually like that song. I think that album was back in, with the band back in 2014, 2015. I don't know. I actually like that song. I actually messed with that song. And, it was a dud. And a lot of people on Twitter was saying, we all agreed on one accord, that Super Bowl halftime show was trash, bro. The only bright spot you could really say was probably SZA. But I mean, she sung for what, a minute? The rest of it was literally Kendrick Lamar just dancing and saying stuff with his background dancers and him teasing the They Not Like Us song. I mean, look, this is just my personal opinion. I'm a Drake guy. It is what it is. I've had a lot of problems with the Super Bowl halftime show for years. I feel like they never put the appropriate people on there. But I'm not trying to defend Drake in this rap beef, but Kendrick Lamar went out there yesterday, in my opinion, and showed why he is not a better artist than Drake. You couldn't make a halftime performance about yourself. You had to piggyback off of a dude who is arguably the best artist of all time. You literally named his name in your performance. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. I didn't hear it explicitly on television until I went back and saw on Twitter, and I saw the clips, and I went back and looked at it. He said his name. He name called him. He said it straight up. Say Drake. You actually sung the part where he called him the you know what. You know, we can't say that because of YouTube's. I'd probably get banned. But you couldn't do that. You couldn't do anything on your own to help propel and show why you're so-called one of the best rappers of all time, which I do not agree with at all. You go out there and do that. It was bad. You guys cannot tell me right now that Lil Wayne wouldn't have brought the house down. And there has been a lot of controversy with this about Lil Wayne not getting the nod. He's from Louisiana. He's from New Orleans. It's his hometown. Wheezy F baby. You know? And I know the Super Bowl runs through Jay-Z and Rock Nation. And Kendrick Lamar's Jay-Z's guy. I've never understood why we've never got Drake in the Super Bowl halftime show. We've had the Princes. We've had Rihanna. We've had Beyonce. But the only pop star, you know, a singer who does pop type style music, and the only one we've never got that's very popular is Drake. And I've heard a lot of people say that Drake has turned it down before. He's been offered the Super Bowl halftime show plenty of times, and they say that he has passed up on it. So maybe that has to be true. But you can't tell me right now that if Drake was offered the halftime show that he wouldn't take it after what that man just did to him on national television. Now, we are talking about Drizzy Drake. The man's a billionaire, got plenty of money. You know, he has a lot of going on with stake and the betting sites. He's got income coming in all the time. He's probably writing up a new song now, getting ready to diss Kendrick Lamar as we speak after what he just did to that man on national television. But you cannot tell me, again, that Lil Wayne wouldn't have brought the house down at New Orleans. Lil Wayne is an icon. Everybody knows Lil Wayne. Kendrick Lamar is not loved like that from the general audience. I don't care what nobody says. I'm going to be just straight up with you. We've seen plenty of interviews with athletes. The big three, you had J. Cole, K-Dot, and then you had Drake. K-Dot was on the bench for a lot of people. Actually, cut. Sorry. You know, you had a thing going on the social media where you had start, bench, cut. You had J. Cole, Drake, and K-Dot. K-Dot got cut a lot of times because K-Dot's not like that. I don't care what he says. Turn the TV off, turn the TV off. We needed to turn that TV off. Right when he started. That jump was trash. That jump was garbage. If Lil Wayne would have done some fireman, 6 foot, 7 foot, let it all work out. Wild Dogs. I know a couple of Wheezy songs. Lollipop. Come on. You telling me that place would have been rocking. I mean, Lil Wayne's been around for years. He resonates with the general audience. A lot of people, I mean, my mom, my dad, a lot of people in the, I don't know what generation is. Is it Gen X? I don't know that generation, whatever my mom's generation was. People who's in their 40s and 50s right now, 30s, maybe even 60s. A lot of people know who Lil Wayne is. You've heard Lil Wayne for years, multiple decades. He would have brought the house down. That's just me. I've never understood why Jake and J. Cole has never got a nod for a Super Bowl halftime show performance. But if I'm the NFL and I saw how this was perceived by the most general audience, this junk was trash. A lot of people said it was trash. A lot of people who are very famous and has a lot to say and they have a big audience on Twitter, on social media, they said this junk was garbage. That says a lot. And it says that, you know, you had ESPN, you had Sports Center, everybody talking about, oh God, Kendrick Lamar brought the house down, blah, 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 blah. It was garbage. I even watched Nightcap last night with Shannon Sharp. Shout out to Nightcap. Y'all go check him out. Shannon Sharp and Ocho, best podcast out. Even Unc was like, Ocho, you know, the question that he asked, Ocho was like, hey, rate the halftime show. You know, Ocho was like, that was a 10 out of 10. And then then Shannon was like, nah, I don't know about that. Everybody just legit talking about the fact that he just all the drama with him and Drake and just name calling. And that's the reason why They Not Like Us was the only reason why he got that nod for the halftime show. Just so he could say just the stupid part. Really, you know how it goes. You know, I don't want to get my channel just demonetized and then just banned, or, you know, just any community guidelines being struck. You know, this is YouTube, and they, you know, they let a lot of things slide, but I'm not even taking no chances, you know? So that is my bit of tea on that. It was trash. It was garbage. I think we could have did a whole lot better as a halftime show. There's a lot that the NFL's got to look at when they do next year's halftime show, because that was a dud and a half. I mean, I was bored. And, you know, I'm not a Drake stan by any means. I mean, do I love Drake? Yes, I am a J. Cole and a Drake guy to the heart. I've never been a Kendrick Lamar fan at all. But I'm not being biased, and I'm just speaking from just an entertainment standpoint. It was bad. And they could have did a lot better.